Hi, Amanda. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, and paranormal investigator. You've done this before, so I don't need to explain anything to you, but I do want to remind you this is not an exact science. So sometimes I've got to stretch it outside the box a little bit. Sometimes I don't get all the clues. They don't tell me everything because it's none of my business. They tell me enough so you understand what they're talking about. So it's not always real detailed, and I stink at names, so if they say like the name John, it'll be at least a male with a J or a J-O name. So we're going to talk to your mom and your grandma today. Excuse me. So let's see which one wants to step forward first. Well, they're coming in together. So I'm going to try to get one to speak at a time. It's their show. They tell us what we need to know, not always exactly what we want to know. So they know what we need to hear better than we know what we need to hear. Was grandma a little shorter than mom? One's a little shorter than the other. And it's grandma talked more or was a little bit bossier. She's she's kind of looking at your mom, kind of going yip 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 a little bit. And your mom's just standing there tall and silent so far. That I believe she's going to step forward first. Grandma's still back there going like this. She must act like me and can't stop her mouth. Oh, let's see. Mom's name is Tina. She comes in like very, very soft, very kind of quiet. Um, she says there's some things happening around you. She said they're not actually happening to you, but they're happening around you. And it's kind of like you're circled in it. It's kind of like it's literally around you. Like maybe you're kind of in the middle of it. Mom says you need the circle. She says you need to step back out of the circle, get out of the middle of it. Have you got two people in your family fighting or something? She says get out of the middle of it. Step back. Let them do their thing. Let them do their own thing, she says. They will resolve it. But the way she's showing it, it's like they're beating you up from both sides. And then there's other people kind of in it with them. She says, don't let them beat you up. Okay, so she's rocking a baby. And then she puts this baby down. I'm not sure where she's going with this. It's it's in a small, it's not a big cradle. It's like low to the floor. I don't know if this makes a difference. Sometimes they show me the exact thing. See, when they get close to me, I have to itch my head because it makes my scalp itch like head lice. I don't know why. It's their energy. So, dang it. Come on, guys. So this is a wooden cradle. It's solid wood on the sides, solid wood on the ends, solid wooden rockers. It's actually But I'm going to say it's like this tall. It's like down on the floor and it rocks. And she's putting this baby in there. This baby almost looks like a doll, but I don't know why she would be showing a doll. But it looks like something that would be very, very old. It doesn't look like anything that we would anybody would make nowadays. She says handmade. Okay, I honestly don't know where to go with this because she's not telling me exactly. Um, Maybe somebody in your family has this rocker, this rocking cradle. Maybe one of your kids, grandkids, whatever it would be, a small one, has a one for their doll like this. I don't think that's it. Um, did your mom lose a baby many, many years ago? Maybe even before you were born? Because she says mine, mine, M-I-N-E. Okay, she's holding up a sucker, and it's one of those suckers like you used to get like at the doctor's office or something. Oh, I don't think you get them anymore. I'm telling my age. The ones not on the stick, but they have the little kind of paper stick that goes in a loop. That both, it's in a loop and both ends. Oh crap! Both ends go up into the sucker. You probably can't tell by that, by my description. I don't even know if I see these suckers with a stick like that anymore. But and it's green. Whether that makes any difference, don't know. But they never waste a message. So even if you don't remember it now, remember it later, see it later, or it'll be validated by somebody else that remembers. She says she loves you very much, and she got very soft when she said that. And she has a very soft energy. And Grandma's still behind her. Yip, yip, yip. She's not paying attention to her. Okay. Mom says you're going to be okay. So there's something that you've been worried about or been kind of nagging at you lately. She says you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And okay, Grandma's still talking back there. We'll let her step forward here in a second because she's kind of antsy. There's a man stepping up behind Grandma. There's your mom, and then there's Grandma talking. And now there's a man, and he's walking up behind Grandma, even though you didn't ask for him. For some reason, he's making his presence known. Grandma's telling him to back up, that she hasn't had her turn yet. And the man is dressed very nicely in a suit. Um, he's kind of standing behind him, so I can't see him real well. Dressed nicely with okay, like church clothes or business clothes, something like that, with a business or church like hat. And it's not a ball cap; it's a dress hat. Is Grandpa gone? Is Grandpa up there too? Grandma's very animated. I don't know if she's antsy because she didn't get step forward first. Oh, she's coming on through. She's tired of waiting. She's kind of in my face. That's all right. I don't mind. She says, I have to let them know I made it. They want to know that I made it. They want to know that I'm okay. They want to know. They want to know. She says, all of them want to know. It was fine. He was waiting for me, so whoever the man is was waiting for Grandma. Um, Sorry, I was just looking at my notes. He was waiting for Grandma, and she was very excited. So whoever this man is, so hopefully that's, he's not wearing glasses, and usually the older ones do, but I feel like he was maybe gone for a while. He seems to be about her age. I can't see him real clear because she told him he's not stepping forward. She gets her turn. She says they want to know that I made it. They want to know who I'm with. So Grandma's with your mom and this man. And there's a younger boy standing off to the side. And when I say younger, oh, I stink at ages too. I can't tell exactly because he's staying back far enough. He's a little dim. He's at least a very young teen or under. Nice looking, hair is nicely fixed. So it would have been, I feel like it's somebody that passed maybe quite some time ago at a young age. And she says, Grandma says she's taking care of all of them. She's kind of the ringleader, kind of the boss. And they are fine with that. She says, I heard you. I heard your thoughts. So right before she left, you might not have, you didn't even have to be there. Whatever you were thinking, even in your home, she was already close enough to the other side that she heard your thoughts towards her, that she knows that you loved her. She knows she was a little harsh sometimes. She just wanted what was right for you. And she says, you're perfect the way you are. Don't let anybody push you around. That's coming from Grandma. Happier days are right around the corner. Okay, now she's now she's bringing in a dog. She didn't want to share her time, but she's sharing it. She's bringing in a dog that looks like a beagle dog. So somebody had this dog, and for some reason she wants them to know that she has this dog with her. Okay, I'm getting poked in the back. I'm getting in the right shoulder blade. I just got kind of felt like a jab, kind of. kind of sharp pain. So you will, anything that happens like that when I'm doing a reading, except for the head itching, because that's mine. That's like I said, their energy. Anyway, um, so you will feel this in the right shoulder blade on your back. It's kind of like almost like a pin sticking. It was kind of sticky hurt. And that's going to be Grandma poking you. Poking you. That'll be her energy. I honestly can't tell you how you're going to receive the energy. If it's going to feel exactly like that because it's doing it again. Because you're going to feel energy different than I feel their energy. So you might just feel a little something there, or it might be a little hot spot, or it might feel like a bug crawling right there, but it's like right on the back tip, like when you, how's it, where that bottom tip of your shoulder blade is that sticks out sometimes. They usually try to show the exact spot, and this is my right side. Some videos are backwards. Now Grandma's getting a little softer. Your mom's still standing here. And the man is still standing back there. Grandma's getting a little softer. And she says she wants you to know how deeply loved and appreciated you are. Not only by her, but by the people around you, even though she says you don't feel it right now, not like you should feel it, but she said you are deeply loved and appreciated. They kind of take advantage of you. They take you for granted. She says she did not take you for granted. I'm getting that back in the shoulder blade again. It's kind of hurts, itchy, kind of. So watch for that. Oh, the grandmas always seem to head to the kitchen. That was that era, though. That's what they did. Grandma's heading to the kitchen. Let's see what she's going to do in the kitchen. She's got a reason for it. Do you have a... She's making a big point of showing me that the oven door is kind of halfway open, and there's a tea towel hanging off the handle, and it's hanging down, and it falls to the floor. So do you have a tea towel somewhere in your kitchen that you have hanging somewhere? And what she's showing is on the oven door. Watch for that tea towel to end up falling all the time. You'll walk in there and it'll be on the floor. She's trying to show you she's still in the kitchen. So she says she really didn't like to cook. So Grandma's leaning down real close to my right ear. And she says, I love you. Okay, dreams. Okay, so in your dreams, you're going to hear that or see her do that, or however she's going to appear in your dream where she tells you, I love you. She's getting real close to my ear. So your ear, okay. I was going to say, I've got my meter back here and I noticed it started jumping. It's because she's getting close. That's her energy. Makes the lights go off. See it? Blink. There. See, it went up 3. And there's 5 lights on it. When it goes up 3, that's really good. That's pretty strong. It takes a lot for them to light up all 5 lights. It'll do it once in a while, but not very often. Anyway, I just happened to notice that because I was looking at her. Yeah, so watch for her in your dreams. She wants you to know you're loved beyond here. There's also going to be some shuffling. Did Grandma towards the end, did she kind of walk like where she slid her feet instead of picking them up? Like maybe had little house slippers on and they kind of scooted along the floor, kind of a shuffle. That you're going to hear that. So don't get scared if you hear it. You're not haunted. It's just Grandma. Grandma says you don't get outside and look at the sunshine enough. You need to spend more time looking at the sunshine. Actually soaking the sunshine in and doing for you. She says you need to do more for you. She grew up doing for everybody else. Your mom definitely did for everybody else. Now you need to do for you. They want you to do it different than what they were raised to do. They want you to do it. Sorry, got an itch. She's too close. Both of them want you to start learning different than what they learned. Like when Grandma was alive, they waited on everybody hand and foot and cooked for everybody and did all the big meals and did all the cleaning and did all the everything and took care of everybody. They both want you to take care of you. It's not selfish. And that's one of the first things I learned is I had to replenish myself. When I first started doing this work, I had to replenish myself because if I deplete myself, I have nothing to give anybody else. And believe me, I was just like them. Mom thinks you're perfect just the way you are. And she says, be you, be you, which is something I say all the time. Mom says you're not what? You're not being enough you. You're being more everybody else. You're not being enough you. Now they're making a big point of this. Okay, so I'm at Grandma's funeral. Oh, sorry, something popped up on my computer that shouldn't have. I don't know why it did that. At Grandma's funeral, she's making note of a young girl. She said green dress, yet the picture she shows me is a white dress, and she's a younger girl. Younger girl. Oh, this one's changing ages too. Guys can't do that. Below 20. Oh, good grief, way below 20, I would say. That they're changing the size of her, so I don't know why they're doing that. Something about this girl at the funeral, young, slim girl. She said green dress. I see white dress. Was there an argument over somebody what dress they were going to wear, or and somebody was supposed to wear the green dress, or they wore the white dress, or I don't know where she's going with this because that's not the picture she's showing me. There's always a reason though. Okay. All right, she's not explaining that, so let's move on. Grandma throws her hands up like this and she goes, "We all love you this much." So talk to us, we can hear you. So mom says you smell something that's like lilacs or something close to that smell that every so often you just get a whiff of it. Like I used to wake up every morning for 2 weeks and smell chocolate chip cookies. Never did figure out who it was. Um, so you get that little whiff from her every so often. And that's her bringing you a calming, I love you, I'm here, talk to me. So when you get that, acknowledge her. Say, I know that's you, Mom. I love you. Bring me more signs that you're here. And she will. Something about Mom's talking about something about pots and pans in your kitchen. It's like she's taking some pots and she's putting one inside the other and putting one inside the other, like like you would kind of stack them up and put them in your cabinet. They look kind of like my cast iron ones. So I don't know if she's showing me that because I have some like that, or that that's the noise you're going to hear. You know, like if you put the pan inside the other one, you're going to hear that little cast iron clink against each other. So, and usually you'll hear these things like when your back is turned or you're just walking out of a room or into a room. It's usually not, if you're staring at them, you're not going to hear it. I don't know why. But know when you hear that noise, so be aware of it, that that's Mom. And it doesn't have to be in your kitchen. It can be in Walmart. It can be in your car. It can be on the lights flashing big for confirmation. It can be outside. It doesn't matter. Just know what that noise is. And it would be something you would poo-poo if she hadn't said so. I always ask them for unique signs so you know specifically who it is. Cardinals are for everybody. They're the universal sign. Mom says she loves you, and it's like she's taking a big blanket and she's wrapping it around you and hugging you. She's wrapping this blanket, she's putting it around you, and then she's hugging you. So you should be able to feel this at least a little tiny bit, and you'll feel a warmth, and you'll feel once in a while when they do something like that, it's like this overwhelming sense of love, just for no reason at all of a sudden, and it's so strong and it's so beautiful that it makes me cry. It's just awesome. So Mom is trying to wrap you in this blanket of love and trying to put that energy around you so that you feel it. So if you all of a sudden just feel awesome and you want to cry, that's Mom enveloping you with love. And they can truly use their energy to help do that for you. So ask her to, especially if you have something going on, ask Mom to come in with the blanket. She says, know that we are watching. Um, so is somebody having a birthday that's going to be one? I see one candle. So I don't know if this was an older person and you just put one candle on the birthday cake just to acknowledge them, or if this is actually somebody turning 1 year old. But she's acknowledging this birthday. She's acknowledging that she knows. And she hears you tell her happy birthday on her birthday. She's going to bring you a sign. You said the date of her passing is the 20th of this month. She's going to bring you a sign on that day. She's not telling me what it is. Come on, Mom. She's kind of real slow with her clues coming in. I don't think it's the only sign that she's going to show you on that day, but it's something to do with a flower. Something to do with, she's showing a single flower. So I don't know if it's whether you're going to take a single flower to the cemetery, but I feel more like you're going to be walking along and there's going to be just a flower, one single flower, just right in your path somewhere that day. So be aware if you run across one single flower that day, that's from her to you. Okay, they're off and running. Grandma's still animated. She's getting animated again. She's so excited she got to talk to you. Grandma is actually jumping around and kind of dancing, and she's just having a gay old time. She's excited. She looks awesome. Feels awesome. Feels vibrant. So if she wasn't towards the end, she is now. And that might be her whole point of being so animated, is to show you that she's awesome. Okay, okay. They're going to leave. So I see you, but and even the man, your mom, your grandma, and the man, all of them above their head, it says, I love you. Grandma's literally skipping out. Oh, she's ornery. She is now anyway. All right. So much love to you, my dear. I hope you got the messages that you wanted, that you needed. It's not always what you want from these readings, it's what you need. That's why I let them take control. Okay, right now, in my left ear, I am starting to get a high-pitched ringing. It's not the shriek. Usually if I get something in my one ear, if it's a really high-pitched shriek loud, it's one of my higher ups, like an archangel or angel or somebody trying to get my attention. This is softer and lower, so it's one of them. So this is my left ear. So in your left ear, sometimes you'll get this. It's like it's building. It's like it's building up this kind of ringing, and I have tinnitus. But that's both ears. This is one. So that's another sign from them. And when they do that, tell them that you know it's one of them, that you can't understand what they're saying. They need to bring their vibration down closer to you. And maybe they'll talk to you in that ear. But they're at least trying to get your attention to say, hey, I'm here, I love you. So much love to you. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, and paranormal investigator. See ya later. Thank you for letting me be your loved one's voice.